how's it going, everybody? Sarasota, Tim. Welcome to Evening Chat. Once again here in the Flagstaff Microlite, my 25 FKBS, most beautiful camper you can buy, under 30 feet, for a single guy or a single gal. I don't know about a couple, definitely for vacation, but living in, I don't know. Better be very compatible. But for one person, and no dog either, just for one person, you just can't beat it. You have to remember, it is a 25-foot camper, 25 foot 11 inches actually from outside, bumper to bumper. I don't know what it is in here, probably 23, 24. But it is so roomy, it is so nice, and I love it. So tonight, I was actually going to grill some pork chops on the griddle out there that needs to be cleaned up a little bit better. That I couldn't get lit the other day. It works fine. I don't know what happened there. Thanks for all your tips and your pro tips on trying to get it going. All I did was come back from going off for a few minutes and came back a little bit later, went to the gym or something, and turned it on and it lit. So, you know, there you go. But I went over to Winn-Dixie tonight. You have Winn-Dixie where you live? Pasadena. I come out of LA Fitness. It was getting a little bit late. I was hungry. I was thinking about my pork chops. And I said, you know, I probably should get something like a senior salad or something to go with it. But they're building a Publix down the road from me that it's been building for 2 years, and it's not even done yet. And the nearest one, you know, it's 10 minutes or whatever, and from the gym, and then 15 minutes home. And I thought, well, there's Winn-Dixie literally very close to me over here. So I said, I'll just go there, knowing there are rat hole junk stuff in there. I bought a senior salad. I ended up making a turkey sandwich. I bought some turkey. The turkey blue, the lettuce in that senior salad kit, totally like something hard in there. Every bite I took of my sandwich, it was gross. Did I eat it? Heck yeah. I got 2 of them down, in fact. I was so hungry. So I ate some bread. And I cannot lie. That's what I did. And the pork chops are still sitting in the refrigerator right there. I'll make them tomorrow or in the morning with some eggs. I was going to make bacon, but you know, maybe I'll make the pork chops for lunch with some barbecue sauce. But I just didn't feel like fooling with it, and it didn't rain, but it started blowing a little bit out there. The wind came up. There was a chance that it could rain. I think I did hear 3 raindrops hit the roof when I was making a video in here earlier. But there's no more chance of rain for a few days, but it'll be changing eventually. So I have my Mast snorkeling fins, and I'm thinking about hitting the beach in the morning. The e-bike, I don't know, it didn't show up. Talks about being arriving Tuesday before 9 p.m. and the last location was in California. So anyway, but yeah, it's all right. When it comes, it comes. You know, it'll be here, and I'll put that together. It's not that much to do. These e-bikes come pretty much assembled. But let's sit down here, and I got the fan on. I got the AC on. It's getting warmer here, and in the summertime as it draws closer to summer. And I gotta do something. There's no real rush because 2 things. I spent $3,000 on dental in the last 2 weeks. I've got $3,000 more dollars to spend next week on dental. I'm going to go ahead and do it. The reason is the 2 teeth that they put in that were broken and need to be replaced. Sorry, my eye is really itching me. Um, it's really good. I mean, they're cemented in. They told me the only way those are ever going to come out is if they were drilled out. So they're not going to fall out or break off after 24 hours. That cement, really seals. I'm really happy with my dentist. I think they're cutting me a little bit of a deal. The reason I'm spending so much is because I only get a deal if I do 2 crowns at a time, of which I needed, I think, 5, maybe 6. I'm going to probably tap the brakes after these 2. But the 2 they did feel so good. It's so much better that if I had these other 2, which are terribly broken, and they're molars, repaired, crowned, then I'm starting to. I got me some bean choppers, and then I'll be better off, because I don't want to go off in the camper or something and get miles away from home and another tooth break, exposed nerve, lots of pain, got to drive. No. So God has blessed me to, 1, to be able to afford it, 2, to find a good dentist, 3, to get a pretty good deal, and 4, to keep me grounded here to take care of all of these health issues that aren't major. Dental, had the vision thing. I can still see, but my eyes are red. I do have an issue with my left eye. The right eye's okay. It's black and blue. Weird. But I did some more dermatology stuff, which I've been doing my whole life. And maybe I'm going to get another. It's not going to be in charge, but I need to be here. I'm due for another colonoscopy, and Humana just won't leave me alone. Every day a phone call. Have you had your you had your stuff checked out? And although there's other ways you can do it for people that have never had an issue, where you can do a sample and you mail it in, and they can just check from that. I actually have to have a colonoscopy because TMI, because I suffered from Crohn's disease, colitis, years ago when I was younger. I still have it because it is a what do you call it when there's no cure? It's what's the word? But anyway, I haven't had any more bouts with it. I've been in remission for many years. But after you've had ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, one and the same, it's just that one can affect the entire colon all the way to the esophagus. And you've had it more than 10 years, you need colonoscopies more frequently, because your chances of colon cancer really accelerate. And let me tell you, my colonoscopy examinations I've had are way off the regular time schedule the doctors want me to do it. So when people say, I'm going to the doctor, I'm in the loop, I've never gone to doctors. I know I'm supposed to have colonoscopies. I don't do them. So this was all long before I had, Medicare. But what is that called? I'm trying to think of that word and I can't keep talking. It is when there's no cure for something and there's no known cause or cure, chronic. It's a chronic illness. And by the grace of God, I went into remission many years ago after suffering 3 times with it. Hospitalization was required. But anyway, all the money that I'm investing into me, into my mouth, versus into a gas tank, even though I want to travel, and I still will, that's what I have to do. And so God saw all that, And that's why I'm here. That's why I haven't gone anywhere. That's why I'm still sitting here. And it just sounds like a complete looping story about I'm leaving next week, I'm leaving next month, I'm leaving. But something continues to come up that set precedence over driving down the highway looking at trees or mountains or deserts. Although I'd probably rather be doing that than going to see a doctor. But that's just the way it is. So, but it'll be all wrapped up in the coming weeks and next couple of months, I guess, because not even that long. But then the other reason is that I think I need to get out of here and we'll go on a shorter trip. It's not as expensive. Is after I do this next dental work, crowns come in, get all that done, then I'll go, north of here somewhere, Georgia or Tennessee or a little further. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But I'll slow roll, as Bubba likes to put it, and definitely go somewhere different. I don't want to be anywhere out there during that tornadic season. I don't want to be anywhere near those states when that stuff is, potentially blow up in 5 minutes and, you're out there. No. So I'll stay away from those areas and I'll pick a window. And first of all, I'm not going to do anything. If the Lord wills, I will. And He has really put me through a lot of good travels. I met some fantastic people in the community. And I did the 3 trips across country. Bam, bam, bam. And so I've got no regrets. I mean, if I went out tonight, I've had a good one. And, if I never met another soul, I'd be unfortunate. But, I've met some really good people and people were very generous to me. How about the guy? Let's talk about this. This is amazing to me. All right. I go out to Laughlin. I forget what trip it was. And a nice gentleman named Justin reaches out to me, and I'm in the backyard of the Tropicana. And he says, if you'd like to come to Vegas, I've got a comped room. You can stay. It's good for, 4 days or 5 days or 3 days, whatever it was. I went for, I think, 3 days. Maybe it was 2 nights and 3 days. But it was good for another night or two, and I left early. And what was that? Of the Cosmopolitan. So I get there and I meet Mr. Justin. The next day, he actually fell ill. He's from Texas. And it was the next day that he got with me, and Timmy Appleseed joined me. Johnny Vegas and others were there. And I saw him for this breakfast the day after, not the next day, but the day after. Everybody met Justin, and I've never seen him, heard from him again. And he put me up, and I called up Timmy Appleseed, and I said, you want to go with me? He likes to play around a little bit with the games, and I dabbled a little bit. I'm not really into it. I'm no good at it, and I don't want to spend all my money. And I spent some money, but he put us up in this room. You guys remember the video. We were like 20, 30 floors up. It was way up there, overlooking the view, just like you see in the movies. Spa, jacuzzi tub in the room. Timmy didn't want to get in there with me, but so we never used it. And to be honest with you, other than sleeping in it, we weren't in there that much. But when we did go in it each night and during the middle of the day, whatever, to freshen up or something before dinner, it was amazing. Absolutely incredible. And there's no telling what that room cost. No telling. And it didn't cost me a penny. So I'm there, and that's when Johnny Vegas showed up in the casino and wanted to meet me. There was another lady from Oregon with her ex-husband, believe it or not, and their daughter, who's a full-grown woman, that's a realtor, that was there celebrating the daughter's birthday. And wait a minute, back up. It could be her stepfather, but yet the woman's ex-husband. Anyhow, maybe he raised the girl. They were all still friends, and they were there, and they were walking through the casino at the Cosmopolitan. Sarasota Tim. I mean, and so I met them, Johnny Vegas, Justin. Seemed like there might have been somebody else that I ran into. But at the Tropicana, you might remember some videos I made. People were showing up daily. I even had one video I made where there was Dean, this other guy, I'm trying to think of his name, Timmy Appleseed, Dean, this other guy, what was his name? He actually didn't know me and watched too many of the videos, but his friend in California knew that he was going to be in Laughlin and asked him, would he go by and say hello to me for him? And we got him on the phone, and I talked to him and his wife. Never heard from him again. I hope they still watch the videos. They totally invited me to, if I ever got to California, to come out and visit them. Stay with them if I needed to, or park my camper there. I don't know what kind of property they got. I can't remember now. And then, others just showed up that had been watching me drive across the country. And so this was just like, I'm just going down memory lane. This was all the things that I got to be remembering and be grateful for, even though it seems like every week and every month in the last few months have been postponing traveling. Like I've been rooked, like I can't do it. But other things took precedent. But prior to that, I was blessed to go out with 2 different motorhomes, this one and the Cramper, 2 different trucks, and 3 trips. And and I even traveled with someone on one of the trips, out there. That's right. In Laughlin, I had a couple show up that had a little dog. I forget their name. He was a retired vet. I had a couple people come from. There was genre music that showed up both times I went out there. Maybe 3 times he came out when I was at the Riverside. Timmy Appleseed came out every time I went out there to see me. And we made those videos at Orioles Mexican restaurant. Best Mexican restaurant I ever ate at in my life. Cowboy Tim, he came out. He was riding along with us. We had a good time with him. He made an appearance 1 or 2 trips, right? Yeah. He got him some new boots and hats and scarves and shirts and jeans, and he was crushing it. He was crushing it with us. Memories, man, really good memories. And the Riverside was a nice place to stay. I stayed there for a month, and then I got hot, and I moved on over to the great state of Utah, of where I met the nicest people I ever met in my life. In Cedar City, Utah, friendly people. Played golf several times at the Cedar City golf course. It was a good deal. The temperatures were amazing compared down to St. George, 6,000 feet below me. Then it got even hot in Cedartown. I had to get out of there. So Utah, Nevada, Arizona, Bullhead City, and met some people over there. Went shooting. Just incredible times. It's like trying to go over it now, and I know I'm leaving stuff out, was a lot. And it was all within a year ago or a little over. That's what you call being blessed. That is crushing it. I mean, that's doing a lot of travel. So to be grounded for the last few months and not able to go out and do, as soon as I get this other couple of crowns put in, you know, I'll grab that crusher, I'll hook it up, and I'll go to at least Georgia, North Carolina mountains, and or more north. But that will be the direction I would think. I don't know, maybe Virginia Beach. Bubba says to stay away from 75. I know to stay away from 95. So the 65, I looked at it, looks like a nice route, goes all the way up to Chicago. So that will be interesting to build on a memory of somewhere I've never been. All my life, I've gone across this country, the same route, the 10 and the 20. Over and over with my grandfather, my mom, my dad, myself on motorcycles, with my ex-wives when I was married. The rent came due, we had to move. My business, I moved. I did it in San Diego. I came back to Charlotte. I moved from West Palm Beach to San Diego, back to West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach more specifically, Boca. But I've never been to these northern areas. I'm 66 years old, and nobody's promised tomorrow. I think I need to seriously consider, as soon as it's feasible financially and all the health issues are caught up for the most part, is to skedaddle and get on up there. And now moving on. It just came to my mind, that's why I want to move on about it. Completely different topic. I don't know what it is for the last forever with the subscribers to Sarasota Tim. After everything I just mentioned, that people recognize me. I didn't even go into stories when I was over in Boynton, driving down the road, going to Boynton Inlet, up in North Carolina. Other people that called me and wanted to meet me and recognized me when I got out of my car, walking into Walmart and stuff. I guess they watch those Social Security videos. But forever and a day, the subscribers have been stuck on a number. And we know very well there's 111,615 beautiful souls out there. The number just went up. And now it seems to be, and I've been a little lax at my job. I know I have. And I've heard it in the comments, and, I will try to change that. I will try to do what has always worked and what people have always enjoyed and what comes natural to me. I think sometimes people want to reinvent themselves, and sometimes you can. You can evolve into new things, but you never want to forget where you came from and what your basics are, what your niche is, and that kind of thing. So I'm very grateful also to see the numbers, even though there's been a little bit of a, with my working with YouTube, the numbers are going up. Now, they're not soaring, but I'll take it. I mean, we're getting ready to go into another digit number. And so I hope it just keeps going, because I really would like to we got plenty of time left in 2025. And I appreciate Angel saying what she did today about watching the old videos, getting the algorithm going, watching the commercials and letting them play, helping me out with the Google AdSense, and all these things that so many of you have done. And let's talk about that real quickly. I know this is a different kind of an evening chat, but it just came to my mind, and I'm feeling grateful. When I did the mail call when I was living in Boynton Beach, and everyone was just really watching the videos, the subscribers were screaming every day, and people just wanted to know who I was and what was going on, and wanted to show a little gratitude, so they mailed me greeting cards, gift cards, candy bars, things for the kitchen, hand towels, soap, coffee mugs, coffee, and everything else. Lots of different things, a whole eclectic array of gifts. And we put the cards up. There was no room left in the camper. We had a Christmas tree up. It was beautiful. It was a happy time. And it was just amazing. Again, my community. Those same people that maybe don't comment ever or as often as they used to or have commented. I know some of them still check in and watch the videos or continually watch the videos. And I've got some, people like TRD and others that are just been with me since I had my 4Runner. And those that have gone to bat for me, I'm talking about really standing up for me when weird stuff started happening. You just make a channel, you just make videos, you start to grow, it gets monetized, money starts coming in from it. People like you. They want to give you a gift, give you something. Companies want to take advantage of your popularity, want to send you items to promote them and review them. And they want to give you the item in lieu of paying you for advertising. And if you sell it, that's your money you get for your time. Or you can keep it, whatever you want to do with it. And when all that started evolving and happening, as the channel was getting popular, and people were getting to know me, I returned a couple of things because I chose to return it. Like somebody's like you've never returned anything before. And it started to bring out, which was just part of it. It's just part of growing, right? It's part of putting yourself out there. It's part of social media. I get it. You got to be tough. In the beginning, I was a little like, why? What did I do to you? What's the problem? And a couple of them tried to, they didn't like the rejection that I did as subtle as easy as I could. And I think they were really, when you reach a lot of people, you start reaching all kinds of people. And let me tell you firsthand, folks, you probably know this already. There are all kinds of people. Now, the vast majority of the people that watch Sarasota Tim, and comment and subscribe, and I get emails from and stuff like that, are wonderful people, salt of the earth. But I've had some strange ones. And then, of course, you've seen it. And then, of course, you see these coat tailors and these turncoats and these, who would have saw? I don't want my mic's on. My air conditioning kicked on. Who would have ever have thought some of the people that I thought I knew? Am I perfect? No. But anyway, that's another story. I'm not going there. I'm just saying. I'm remembering the evolution of the channel. And so here we are in 2025, right? Going from the Wolf Pup days, 4Runner, and the one vehicle, minimalist, still a minimalist, a level above. There's minimalist in all these levels. I'm still in a camper. I'm still in an RV park. I'm paying a little bit more money now than I was in Boynton as property manager, so I'm up a little bit. But fortunately, I've been blessed to be able to have the side hustle, YouTube, to at least afford not an apartment, but in an RV park. And then uh, have my home paid for, my vehicles and stuff like that. So it's been just a terrific, um, other people with major success that can buy and sell me in 5 seconds. They could buy and sell me 20 years ago with what they had compared to what they got now. I understand. But for me, in my life, in my story of where I've come from and who I've been with and what I've done, the people I know, and everything else, the last 2 years has been a whirlwind. Mainly because I've been able to do what I wanted to do. I've been free. I got a free check coming in. I'm talking about Social Security. I've been able to drive across this country, which I didn't have the time to do when I had to work, and I was able to afford it. I've never known as many people as I know now. And a lot of them are acquaintances, yes. But I mean, in my entire life, maybe in your life too, you know your neighbor, you know your family, but I'm talking about people that are not related to you. Maybe you work for a big company, you know lots of people. Maybe you're the boss or the owner, and you know, but most people, and I was really way down here. I knew a handful of people, I stayed to myself, and I was always an extrovert. I could always meet people, but now I know. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say this, and my apologies goes out to everyone that senses this. That as the popularity of the channel and people wanting to get together with me, people wanting to text and email, phone call on a regular basis, and trying to make the videos and involved with some personal things in my life with other people, I've faded a little bit in my the closeness that I had with some of the ones that I really drew to really care about, and they cared about me. Not that I mean we're distant or anything now. It's just that it may not be 3 times a day talking to each other. It may not be visiting as much as we did. But we stay in touch, and there's always new ones coming in and wanting to get together and talk. There's a lot of things going on that you don't see on this video. I have an hour of video here, and there's 23 other hours of the day of what I'm doing and where I go. Well, maybe I put 2 hours a day in, maybe 3, cumulatively with all the videos. And then, of course, there's another 3 hours of rewatching it and, doing a little editing, cutting some things out where I sound stupid or something. But that's it. I mean, I don't know what this story was about or anything else. It was just laying on my heart, and the fact that I haven't traveled, speaking that aloud made me realize I don't feel so bad, that I haven't been able to go, or I didn't go out west again. I feel good that I got 2 crowns. I feel good that I'm going to spend another $3,000 potentially in the next week, first week of December. I don't know why I keep calling May December. The first week of May. And then we'll see how much pennies are left in the penny bank. And this is what I was going to say earlier. One thing for sure, when those dog days, you talking about some motivation, when those dog days of summer start to come, and I cuss it like I do every year, I'm out of here. I'm never going to be here in the summer again. Say it every year. Never go anywhere. Never had the opportunity. I mean, last year I did. I'll get out of here. I'll get out of here for a while, a few weeks. There's no reason to go anywhere for a week or 10 days when you got to go through all this. It's got to be 3 weeks. You got a week and a half of travel. 2 or 3 days there, 2 or 3 days back. You got a week of travel. So that's what I'll do. It's what I hope to do. It's what I'll pray about doing. And just hope that other issues for you too, all of us, that the health stays purring right along there, hitting on all 8. That we don't encounter anything more than a cold or something. That everybody does good. And all those that are needing certain things, like Johnny Vegas and other people that have things that they need, or their family members, that they get what they need and they get cured and back on the road to enjoy their final chapters of their lives too. And may we all just keep crushing it. Good night, everybody.